factors that contributed to the kind of twists and turns of my career are complicated and largely beyond my control, and I've had good luck and bad luck. But when I made Silent Running, I was considered to be one of the young, hot, new emerging directors. I was taken pretty seriously, and I had development deals at many major studios, at Columbia and Warner Brothers and MGM, and major features that I was going to direct over the next couple of years. But these projects all went awry for just bad luck reasons. And I was going broke, because you can't live on development deals. You have to make movies to get paid your fees. And I had felt that I have skills beyond just directing or writing or something, and I understand the technology of movies. And I was becoming very frustrated that the movie industry that I had started in, the 2001 Cinerama palette of the giant screen, the 70mm film, was in fact going away because we were beginning the multiplexing of the movie business, and there were no more 70mm movies made. So I went to Paramount and I said, well, I got some ideas for the future of the medium, and I don't know where these ideas are going to go, but my lawyer and I convinced Frankie Blondes into putting some money into a company called Future General Corporation, kind of to explore the future of the cinematic medium. And we had an agenda to design new cameras, new projectors, new film formats, new forms of high technology entertainment. And in the first year of work on the R&D projects there, we invented the show scan process, which was a major breakthrough in giant screen cinema, and a revelation that you could make a movie that seemed absolutely alive if you increased the frame rate to 60 frames per second. It was a very powerful film process. We invented the simulator ride, which I was fascinated with, the whole idea of busting beyond the limitations of a movie, a third-person cinema where you sit in your seats and you watch the screen, of trying to create a more immersive experience of actually kinetically thrusting you into the movie. We did the first prototypes of that, and then we also were building a video game. The whole idea of interactive computer graphics I thought was a fascinating and an advancing art form, and we built the first kind of 3D interactive video game that had a story and characters and a plot and drama. And all these ideas I thought were pretty venturesome, but they fell on deaf ears at the studio at the time. They didn't know what to do with me. They didn't want to do any of these things. And so that was another frustration. Today we have a situation where there's a lot of money being spent on the movie's content. You know, we have movies that are costing $100, sometimes $200 million a piece, but the medium itself has remained 35mm and relatively small. I realized that the future of the cinema actually lies somewhere in the show scan and IMAX realm of the specialty venue theaters, we call them. Special length films, special format films, special theater configurations where the seating is better, the sight lines are better, the color's better, the technology is better. So there's a lot of opportunity there. And then one of the stepping stones along the way, which I found really compelling, and it was a real epiphany for me, was the Back to the Future ride, which Steven Spielberg asked me to direct. They were having trouble with the ride. They'd kind of come up with this idea that was lifting the ideas that I had started with in simulation, and they couldn't quite figure out how to make it work. And so they asked me to try to solve these problems for the Back to the Future ride, and I said, that's exactly something I think I can contribute to. And I directed and mostly wrote and produced the Back to the Future ride for Universal Studios Tours. And that to me is a piece of cinema. It's an important yet short, it's a 4-minute long cinematic experience where you are taken out of your seat, you become the leading character, and you're thrust into the proscenium arch and enter into and participate in a movie. To me, that was where I was going. It's not just some theme park ride to be dismissed as an amusement. To me, it's part of my history in exploring the range of potential in the cinema. And I'm very disappointed that it's never been reviewed that way. Back to the Future ride has never been looked at as cinema. It's never been considered to be a stepping stone toward a new kind of virtual reality, participatory, immersive entertainment. But I think someday it will be.